In church halls across the UK, bags of donations are piling up, part of the warm welcome offered to Afghan refugees who fled the Taliban. Majid, an asylum seeker from neighbouring Iran, is helping out. He sees those fleeing Afghanistan as kindred spirits.
I need to help. First came to England, the people helped me, and me must to help the other people, other refugees.
Operation Warm Welcome has been launched to support those who worked for the British Army and the UK government. They'll be able to stay indefinitely. But what about those who didn't get a seat on a plane to freedom? Some will inevitably try to make the journey themselves, crossing the channel on small boats or in the back of lorries. Those who do will be able to claim asylum, but new legislation will soon make it a criminal offence to arrive in the UK without permission. Aslam Jawadi has just moved into his own house in the Midlands. He was a journalist in Afghanistan but fled after death threats from the Taliban. It took him 2 years to get permission to stay here, a process he describes as a nightmare.
You feel isolated, you get depressed, and you run out of money, and you feel restricted, and you feel lost your freedom.
He says new Afghan arrivals should not have to go through the same asylum process.
The best case scenario is that they be considered that their lives are really in danger, and then they just receive a refugee status.
Asadullah has been waiting even longer for permission to stay. He was 16 when he arrived in the back of a lorry. That was 10 years ago. He left Afghanistan after his father was shot dead by the Taliban.
It's been too hard. 10 years, but yeah, still waiting, yeah, but it's too hard now, yeah. We got no job, we got no money to.
Could you ever imagine going back to Afghanistan?
No. Yeah, I can't go back to Afghanistan, yeah. So it's not safe, the police.
Asadullah is one of an estimated 3,000 Afghans waiting for a decision on their asylum application. One lifelong Conservative feels they should now be given refugee status.
This should not be happening. How could you be rejecting asylum cases if the situation is so desperate that you had to evacuate people within a matter of 10, 15 days, and you don't want British nationals to stay there? Then how can you expect Afghans to go back to a situation like that?
Asadullah is hoping the government's warm welcome will ultimately mean he can get to stay. While he waits for a decision, he has to rely on charity for the basics in life.
For this to be a genuine warm welcome, we have to remove that distinction of, based on the route of your arrival to the UK. So the issues that are facing people that are coming into the UK under the schemes, or people that are currently within the asylum system, or people that are making their way to Europe or the UK, they're still the same people, they're still Afghans facing the same risks and harm.
No Home Office minister was available for interview. A spokesperson said no one who's at risk will be expected to return to Afghanistan, and enforced returns of those who've been refused asylum have been paused.